There is a simple daily habit that almost 90% of seniors are doing incorrectly, and most people don't even realize it. It doesn't look harmful at first. In fact, it feels completely normal, something that has been done for years without any second thought. But slowly, this small mistake can affect strength, balance, and overall mobility. What makes it even more surprising is this. Most people don't realize they're doing it wrong. Because there is no immediate pain or obvious warning, the habit continues every day without question. It becomes part of routine life, something that feels safe and familiar. But over time, the body starts responding differently. Movements may feel slightly harder, energy may reduce, and stability may not feel as strong as before. The problem is not that people are careless, it's that the mistake is hidden inside normal behavior. And when something feels normal, it is rarely questioned. This is where the real issue begins. Because what seems like a harmless daily habit might actually be one of the reasons behind gradual weakness and loss of confidence in movement. Now, the important question is, are you doing it too? Many seniors follow the same daily patterns without even thinking about them. Simple things like spending long hours sitting in one position, avoiding movement because it feels tiring, or rushing through daily tasks without proper body engagement. At first, these behaviors don't seem like mistakes. They feel normal, even practical. After all, resting more and avoiding strain seems like the right thing to do with age. But the real issue is that these small habits slowly shape how the body functions. If you find yourself feeling low on energy during the day, needing more effort for simple movements, or feeling less stable while walking, then it's worth paying attention. Because these are not just random changes, they often connect back to daily behavior patterns. This is not about blame. It's about awareness. The truth is, many people are unknowingly repeating the same routine every day, not realizing how it affects their strength over time. So take a moment and ask yourself honestly, could your daily habits be the reason behind your gradual weakness? One of the biggest reasons this problem continues is because of wrong beliefs about aging and weakness. Many people grow up thinking that losing strength, slowing down, and feeling tired is simply a natural and unavoidable part of getting older. This is normal. Mindset becomes deeply fixed over time. Because of this belief, small changes in the body are often ignored. Instead of looking for reasons, people assume everything is just part of age. Another issue is misinformation. There is a common idea that once you reach a certain age, improvement is no longer possible. This leads many people to stop trying to stay active or make small lifestyle changes. But the reality is more complex. The body continues to respond to habits, movement, and care at any age. However, when people believe nothing can be improved, they stop paying attention to the actions that actually matter. This combination of wrong thinking and lack of awareness keeps the cycle going. And when a belief is repeated for years, it starts to feel like truth, even when it is not fully accurate. Another major reason this issue continues is a simple one: lack of awareness and guidance. Most people are never clearly taught how small daily habits affect strength, balance, and overall health. Without proper understanding, they rely on guesswork or follow routines that were never questioned in the first place. Over time, these habits become automatic. The body and mind adjust to them without resistance. This process is known as habit formation, where repeated actions turn into fixed patterns of daily life. The problem is that once a habit becomes automatic, it is no longer examined. People stop asking whether it is helping or harming them. Without guidance, there is also no correction. Small mistakes continue for years because there is no awareness that a better way exists. This is how many seniors end up repeating the same behaviors daily without realizing their long-term impact. It is not about doing something wrong intentionally. It is about not knowing there is another option. And once awareness is missing, even simple changes that could improve strength and mobility are never considered or applied. When small daily habits are repeated in the wrong way for a long time, the body slowly begins to show noticeable physical effects, especially in the form of weakness and stiffness. One of the first changes is a gradual loss of strength. Simple movements that once felt easy start requiring more effort. Standing up, walking, or lifting objects may feel heavier than before. This is not sudden, it builds slowly over time. Along with weakness, stiffness becomes more common. The body may feel less flexible, especially after resting for long periods. Joints and muscles take longer to loosen up, making the first movements of the day feel more difficult. These changes are often linked to reduced movement and repetitive habits that limit natural muscle activity. Because they develop slowly, many people assume it is just part of aging. But in reality, the body is responding to how it is being used every day. The important point is that these physical effects are not random. They are signals that the body is not getting enough varied or proper movement, which gradually affects overall strength, flexibility, and comfort in daily life. As weakness and stiffness increase over time, they begin to directly affect daily life and mobility. Simple activities that were once effortless can start to feel more challenging. Walking short distances may require more effort, and moving around the house can feel slower or less stable. Tasks like getting up from a chair, climbing a few steps, or bending down can also become more difficult. These are small parts of daily life, but they play a big role in independence. When mobility decreases, people often start adjusting their lifestyle, moving less, avoiding certain activities, and relying more on rest. The important point is that these changes do not happen suddenly. They develop gradually, making them easy to accept as normal. However, over time, reduced mobility can limit freedom of movement and affect confidence in doing everyday tasks. Along with physical changes, there is also an important emotional impact that develops over time. As movement becomes more difficult and daily tasks require more effort, many people begin to feel a gradual loss of confidence. Activities that were once simple may now feel uncertain or slightly risky. This can lead to hesitation in doing everyday things. Even small actions may be approached with caution, especially when there is a fear of losing balance or feeling weak. Over time, this emotional shift can affect independence. People may start avoiding certain activities, not because they cannot do them, but because they no longer feel fully confident doing them alone. This is often more impactful than the physical changes themselves. Because when confidence decreases, it affects how freely and comfortably a person moves in daily life. In simple terms, reduced strength and mobility can slowly lead to reduced confidence, which changes how a person experiences everyday independence. The good news is that this problem does not always require complicated solutions. In many cases, a simple correction in daily habits can make a meaningful difference over time. Instead of continuing the same routine that limits movement and strength, small adjustments can help the body re-engage and function more effectively. For example, adding short periods of gentle movement throughout the day, paying attention to posture, or reducing long hours of inactivity can begin to change how the body responds. These are not major lifestyle changes. They are corrected habits, small improvements to what is already being done daily. The key is awareness. Once a person recognizes that certain routines may be contributing to weakness or stiffness, it becomes easier to make better choices. The body is highly responsive to how it is used. Even small positive changes, when applied consistently, can help improve strength, flexibility, and comfort. In simple terms, the solution is not about doing more. It is about doing things the right way. Correcting small daily habits can gradually shift the body from decline toward better movement, stability, and overall physical confidence. Making improvements does not require sudden or difficult changes. The most effective approach is a step-by-step routine that is simple and easy to follow. Start with small actions. For example, add a few minutes of light movement during the day, take short walking breaks, or gently stretch after sitting for long periods. These steps may seem small, but they help activate the body gradually. Once these become comfortable, they can be slowly increased or combined with other simple habits. The important part is not speed, but progress over time. A step-by-step routine allows the body to adjust without stress. It also makes it easier to stay consistent because the changes feel manageable. In simple terms, instead of trying to fix everything at once, focus on small improvements that can be repeated daily. Over time, these easy routines build strength, improve mobility, and support better overall movement in daily life. The most important factor in any improvement is consistency. Even the best routine or correction will not create lasting results if it is done only occasionally. The body responds to repetition, not one-time effort. When simple actions are performed every day, they begin to build real change over time. Strength improves gradually, movement becomes smoother, and stiffness reduces slowly but steadily. This is why daily habits matter more than intensity. A small routine done regularly is far more effective than a difficult routine done once in a while. Consistency also helps the body adapt without stress. Instead of sudden changes, it experiences steady improvement, which is easier to maintain. In simple terms, progress is not about doing a lot, it is about doing something regularly. When consistency becomes part of daily life, the body naturally becomes stronger, more flexible, and more comfortable in movement over time. When small daily habits are corrected and simple routines are followed consistently, the body begins to respond in a positive way over time. One of the first noticeable changes is that strength starts to return gradually. Movements that once felt difficult begin to feel easier and more controlled. Standing, walking, and daily activities require less effort. Along with strength, there is also improvement in overall comfort and stability. The body feels more balanced, and stiffness reduces slowly as muscles become more active again. These changes do not happen overnight, but they build steadily with regular practice. What is important to understand is that the body has the ability to adapt and improve, even after decline has started. In simple terms, when the right actions are taken consistently, the body can regain strength, improve movement, and restore a greater sense of physical confidence in daily life. The final message is simple: real change begins with awareness and action. Awareness helps you understand what is affecting your strength, balance, and daily movement. It allows you to see that many issues are not sudden problems, but the result of long-term habits that can be improved. But awareness alone is not enough. It must be followed by action. Even small, simple steps taken consistently in daily life. You do not need to change everything at once. You just need to start with better habits and stay consistent over time. When awareness and action work together, the body begins to respond positively. Strength improves, movement becomes easier, and confidence slowly returns. In the end, it is not about age or a limitation. It is about understanding your body and taking small steps to support it. That combination is what leads to lasting improvement in health, mobility, and overall quality of life.